We all know that speaking English daily is important, but sometimes it can feel hard to even start. You might think, what should I talk about today? That's exactly why we've designed the 30 Days Self-Speaking English Challenge. In this challenge, we give you a simple, relatable situation from your everyday life, along with a way to describe it while doing that activity. This approach helps you learn easy, everyday vocabulary, and gradually get used to speaking English naturally. So, without further delay, let's move on to another everyday moment that you can describe while doing it.
Day 5, when I do my skincare. Whenever I do my skincare, I start by going to the sink and washing my face with water. I splash a few times, making sure my skin feels fresh and clean. The water feels cool on my face, almost like a tiny refresh. It makes me feel a little more awake. Then I gently pat dry with a towel instead of rubbing, because I don't want to irritate my skin. The towel just soaks up the water little by little. In a few seconds, my face feels ready for the next step. After that, I take a moment in front of the mirror to see how my skin looks that day. Sometimes it feels a bit dry, sometimes a little oily, and sometimes just normal. Based on that, I decide how much care or tweak it needs. I usually start by applying a light moisturizer with my hands. I slather it evenly, making sure I cover my forehead, cheeks, nose, and chin. When I slather, it feels like giving my skin a little coat of protection, spreading smoothly across every part. I use gentle, circular motions so it soaks in better. I also pay attention to the neck area, because I don't want to skip that. While I'm doing this, I notice the texture of my skin. Sometimes it feels supple, other times a bit rough. Noticing the texture reminds me how skin changes day by day, depending on weather, sleep, or even stress. I keep massaging until it feels comfortable. I give a few seconds for everything to sink in. After a few gentle rubs, the moisturizer settles evenly, and my skin feels like it's finally getting what it needs. If my skin feels tight, I take a little more and press it softly into the dry areas. I make sure I don't forget the corners near the eyes and around the mouth, where the skin is more delicate. By the end, my skin feels soft, fresh, and a little more rejuvenated. That feeling of rejuvenation is like my skin has taken a tiny rest and woken up with more energy. I look at myself in the mirror and feel good knowing I've taken a few minutes just for myself. It's a small routine, but it makes me feel more ready, more poised, and prepared to start the day or end it peacefully.